DSO, this is Mission Control. You are clear for launch in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, ignition, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff!
Hello and good morning, and welcome to the Detroit Symphony Orchestra's educational concert series, The Planets. I'm your conductor, and this is the fabulous Detroit Symphony Orchestra. And who do we have here?
Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Jessie Nielsen, and I am an astronaut on a mission.
Jessie, I've heard about you. You've been traveling to other planets and researching what makes them unique. Well, I'm Nazir, this is the DSO, and these are our space cadets.
Wow, did you see the sun on the way here? Oh, wasn't it a beautiful sunrise? Hold on. I thought I heard some music while I was orbiting the sun. Was that the Detroit Symphony Orchestra playing?
Yes, that was us.
Wow, what a treat. That was amazing.
Well, thank you. Is there anything we can do to help you while we're here?
Sure, I think...
Jessie, where is here? Because this doesn't quite look like home.
We are on Mercury. And yeah, I think you could be of some help. Do you think the space cadets would like to help us explore too? Great! Okay, let's start exploring. Now, we have to be careful on Mercury because Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. So there can be some pretty extreme temperatures. I'm talking 800 degrees Fahrenheit when it's facing the sun to negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit at night when it's facing away from the sun.
That's like colder than Michigan.
That's like way colder than Michigan. Ooh, and watch your step. There seem to be a lot of craters and it's pretty rocky here. Did you know these craters are named after famous authors? Like that one right there is named after Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss? Oh my goodness, Mercury is such a funny planet. Wow. Did you know that our composer Gustav Holst actually composed Mercury as a scherzo? Do you know what a scherzo is? A scherzo means playful or jokingly. So the tempo of the music is maybe a little bit on the faster side. And there's a moment in the middle of the piece where the different instruments of the orchestra are playing hot potato. They're passing along one melody from one section to the other.
Wow, that sounds pretty fun. Let's listen for the hot potato moment as the orchestra plays Mercury by Gustav Holst. It looks like we're on planet Venus now.
It is extremely hot here on Venus. I don't know if this is a very good environment for all these instruments or people. But why is it so hot here?
Great question and great observation. Although Venus is not the closest planet to the sun, its atmosphere is 10 times denser than Earth's, so it's able to trap all that heat in from the sun. Whereas Mercury, its atmosphere is basically non-existent, so it's unable to hold the heat in. Did you know that if you look at Venus through a telescope, you're not even seeing the surface? That's how thick the atmosphere is.
You know, I think I've actually seen Venus in the early morning sky. Is it true that you can see Venus without even using a telescope?
Yes, it's true. How many of you wake up really early in the morning? Yeah? Ooh, lots of early birds. That's great because that's exactly when you would see Venus. It'll look like a bright light low in the sky, just above the houses. And Venus can shine so brightly because of that thick atmosphere, the light reflects right off of it. Ooh, my favorite fun fact about Venus is that Venus is the only planet in our solar system named after a woman. Venus, the Roman goddess of love. And Venus represents peace.
I love peace. And speaking of peace, our composer Gustav Holst used a French horn to represent this very thing. It sounds like this. Thank you. From the very first notes, you really get the sense of serenity and peace. This also reminds me of when our composer, Holst, used the celeste, an instrument that was invented only 35 years before this piece was written. He uses it to represent Venus's brightness. It sounds like this.
I cannot wait to hear the whole movement. Let's listen for those elements that represent peace and the planet Venus as the orchestra plays Venus by Gustav Holst. doesn't look like another planet. Are we in a warehouse? Where are we?
It looks like we're in an industrial warehouse in Detroit, so I guess we've landed on Earth.
I guess so. Earth is a planet after all, and Earth is different from the other planets because it's the only one with liquid water and breathable air. Ooh, Earth is also the only planet with one moon. Mercury and Venus, where we just visited, they don't have any moons. And the other planets in our solar system have 2 or more. I guess now that I think about it, Earth is also the only planet with humans who are able to design and build buildings like this warehouse.
Actually, you have created something else here. Detroit is the birthplace of techno music.
Hannah, you're right. And you know, our next composer, Mason Bates, wrote a piece called Warehouse Medicine. And Mason is not only a fabulous composer, but also a pretty rockin' DJ. In the next piece, Warehouse Medicine, Mason does something particularly interesting. He uses computer software. And when using the software, a musician in the orchestra has a laptop. They press the button on the laptop and the sounds get transmitted through the speakers on stage. Now, there are times when the synthesizer has to follow the beat of the conductor. But for this piece, the conductor must follow the beat of the synthesizer.
I love techno music. It has a really strong beat, so it's easy to dance to. I can't wait to hear this piece. What about you? Yeah? All right, here is Mason Bates' Warehouse Medicine, performed by the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. I know what planet we're on now. There's only one planet that's rusty like this.
Mars.
Yeah, you're right, Mars. And Mars is rich with iron, and iron changes color when it's exposed to oxidation, when it's exposed to oxygen in the presence of water. And do you know what that's called? I already said it. Oxidation! That's right, oxidation. And that's what creates rust. Now, Mars may look small. In fact, it's about half the size of Earth, and it's the 4th planet from the sun. My friends at NASA have conducted a lot of research on Mars. They've found craters and dormant volcanoes, and they've even seen evidence of lakes and possibly living organisms. Yeah, there's even evidence of ancient floods, but now water mostly exists in icy dirt and thin clouds. Yeah, scientists are also really interested in learning if Mars could support life now and in the future.
Jesse, that is so cool, and you're right. Mars is so mysterious and ominous. From its red coloring, from icy dirt, and possible life in the future. Wow, maybe this is why our composer Gustav Holst wrote the music in 5. Normally, when we hear music, we think it in patterns of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But in Mars, we hear the music in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job.
Nice. Ooh, that is kind of mysterious. But it's a little hard to stay on the beat when we're in 5. I wonder, what if we put some words to it, like Mars the red planet, Mars the red planet, Mars the red planet, Mars the red planet. Woo, great job.
Holst uses the same rhythmic sequence, and it sounds like this. We're going to play it for you and maybe even whisper along. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, I think we've got it. All right, Space Cadets, let's continue to explore Mars by listening to Mars by Gustav Holst.
You know, Jesse, this has been so much fun, traveling with you, exploring planets, but I'm afraid this has to be our last stop. You see, our space cadets have to get back to school, and our orchestra has to prepare for another performance.
Not a problem. Thank you all for being such great travel buddies today. This will be our last stop. Can anyone guess where we are? Nazir, here's a clue. It's your favorite planet.
I've guessed we've made it to Jupiter.
Affirmative. We are on the biggest planet in our solar system, one of two gas giants, Jupiter. And we have to be careful because gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn have no solid surface. They were formed out of ice and dust and really cold gas. So they consist of layers and layers of swirling gas and a rocky core. Also, did you know Jupiter has 80 moons? 80, yeah. And as cool as that sounds, Jupiter's not a super fun place to be. There are storms everywhere. In fact, there's a storm raging on Jupiter right now that has been going on for 340 years. It's a long storm.
It's a very long storm. Maybe that's why our composer, Gustav Holst, wrote such enormous and powerful sounds. And also, maybe that's why he wrote a beautiful middle passage to represent Jupiter's poignant beauty.
I can't wait to hear Jupiter. But before we do, there's a few people we need to thank for today's mission. We would like to thank the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation and the Ford Motor Company Fund for their support of the DSO's digital initiatives. Penny and Harold Blumenstein for their commitment to building future audiences, and the Detroit Pistons Foundation for bringing today's fourth graders here from the Detroit Public Schools Community District. Let's give them a round of applause. And now, the finale.